What's up guys, happy Tuesday. Today's tutorial is gonna be short, simple, and sweet, and it's gonna help you understand how to master your handstand line. I'm gonna give you a few cues because I see a lot of you holding your handstands, but you look a little tight in the upper body or a little bendy in the lower back. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll understand why I did not get to post this tutorial yesterday. But long story short, I had a bit of a sciatica flare-up where I couldn't sit, stand, stretch, work out, or sleep for like 4 nights. But thankfully, I'm back to normal and I'm back at it with another tutorial just for you. So enough said, let's get to it. All right guys, before we get started, since it's freezing out, I just want to put you through a quick warm up. Definitely starting with the wrist, some basic wrist rolls, some flexion and extension, rocking side to side, honestly doing whatever feels right. I even do the finger splits. I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but I love doing the finger splits because if my fingers are tight just from hanging on the bar all the time, it makes my wrist flare up a lot more easily. And we don't want that. Next is shoulder mobility. So if you're someone who is very tight in the upper body, and I mean you can't even lift your arms above your head, you're gonna wanna tune into this. Again, this is just a brief warm up, so if you are tight in the upper body, I recommend you checking out my shoulder mobility flow. Fairly simple. You could use a yoga wheel, you could use a foam roller, or whatever you got at home. Hi. Hi. He's being so cute. He loves this weather. Anyways, if you are tight in the upper body, just hang out here and let gravity try to pull your arms down. Now for a more advanced stretch, I recommend hanging on to some weights and letting the weight pull you down. Making sure your core is tight, you're keeping your back engaged because we're not trying to arch the lower back, we're just trying to open up the upper body. Another good stretch before handstand is a simple downward dog and upward dog just to make sure our spine is feeling good, and even some cat-cows. Inhaling on the cow, exhaling on the cat. And then pushing on up to a downward dog, pushing the ground away from you, getting those shoulders by the ears. Core is inwards, and we have a nice flat back. Let's go ahead and stretch the core, hitting a quick upward dog. Moving on. If you want your handstand line to look like this, but right now it's looking something just like this, or like this, you're going to want to hop into step 1, which is pushing your shoulders all the way up by your ears. So if you're upside down, you're going to think about pushing the ground away from you. I try to demonstrate it a little bit right here, but so you understand it a little bit more, I'll do handstand shoulder shrugs up against a wall, and I think you should do the same. Step number 2 is then in the ribs. Since we're thinking about creating a straight line, you want to make sure those ribs are also stacked right on top of your shoulders, because how are we going to have a straight line if everything is not stacked? It's very subtle here, but hopefully you see. Step number 3 is all in the midsection. You don't want to be too arched and you don't want to be too rounded. You want to be just right. Once again, stacking everything in a line. Step number 4 is all in the lower body, because you could have everything stacked in a straight line, but you're forgetting to engage the legs and the glutes. As you see here, I'm stacked, but I'm wobbling. So once I am stacked with my shoulders and my ribs and my core, all I got to do is squeeze the legs and glutes. And the last step, which is a bonus, it's all in the head. This is actually for more advanced handstanders, is getting those ears covered by the arms. Normally when I coach handstands, I tell you to look at the floor, but if you want the ultimate straight line, you got to start tucking that chin in, just as you see here. A bonus drill is understanding the line. So if you really cannot understand how to stack your body, you just want to lay down on the ground. And right now I'm using a yoga block, but you could absolutely use the wall as well. And the last drill is fixing your form. If you are someone who has a handstand, but you tend to be banana-y, you're going to want to use a foam roller, because once you have your legs on the foam roller, it is going to teach you how to stack into a straight line. All you have to do is squeeze the glutes and the legs and think about sucking the core in, and you too will have a handstand just like this. All right, guys, that is all I got for today. I hope this tutorial made sense. I hope that Cujo is extra cute just for you guys. More importantly, I hope you guys come back next week for more. I love you all, and I'll see you then. Bye.